Alarm goes off at 6:05 AM, but of course you don't get out of bed until 6:15 because you're running on between 5 and 6 hours sleep every night. Run down the hall and get in the shower. Realise the hot water is turned off. Brush teeth and splash your face with water one last time. Realise that you should have had a shave last night, but you have no time and desperately need to leave. Run downstairs, close door. Run back to the door when you realise you haven't locked the door. Run to the train station. You have around 5 minutes and 47 seconds to make your normal train. Board train and relax. For approximately 26 minutes until it arrives at said destination. Ensure a train ticket is located in the most convenient position for quick withdrawal and exit the closed barrier. Run through a picturesque central London, which I realise how lucky I am to see every day, but seemingly take for granted. And then I step into the office, and the daily 9 hours of work resets yet again. Until 5 PM when the run back through picturesque London begins, making my train with only minutes to spare. I try and rest on the train home to maximise the few hours of free time that I will get of an evening. And before you know it, it's time to get into a partially made bed that you barely had time to make and prepare to do it all again the next day. And this was the way my life was for nearly 10 years. And whilst I always understood and appreciated the value of hard work, I always felt like I wanted to do something fulfilling, and that the monetary result of work was always secondary to actually doing something that made me feel happy. So I made the biggest decision of my adult life. And luckily I was given an opportunity to be able to make this happen. But this video isn't about me. This is about every single person who has no idea what they want to do with the rest of their life. And I felt this way for so many years. And the solution I found was sitting in front of me the whole time. So here I am at 16 years old, sitting in my friend Bill's room somewhere on the outskirts of southeast London, doing something creative. And that was exactly what I needed to get back to. Doing something creative. And this reflective period wasn't limited to my work. It really made me question my philosophies in life, who I was, what I was doing with the rest of my 20s, what was 30 going to be like? Do I drink too much? Do I see my family enough? It really made me think about what would be important to me for the rest of my life. And the answer was simple. The answer was skills. Well, not entirely, but they might help me to explain. I started to think more about my work to life balance. And my theory was that we probably spend around a third of our lives asleep, a third of our lives at work, with the remainder of our time being free to explore, spending time with like-minded people, and being the best version of you that you can be. And therein seemed to lie the answer. I didn't want to be someone who worked to live. I wanted to be someone who lived to work. And of course, these words of validation are somewhat meaningless. And it's important to remain realistic. The majority of us, myself included, will be working well into our 60s. So how do you want to spend that 40 to 50 year period of your life? Do something that you want, or do something that you love. And yes, stepping away from the security of your current life will be the scariest thing that you ever do. But you can and you will make it work if you really want it. So go and do the work that you love. Get the tattoo you've always wanted. Dye your hair blonde. Get a nose piercing. Or travel the world. Leave your whole life behind. Move to Australia. Because time is the most valuable asset you may ever have.